好花好吃，你看看到。
โอเค
có con lãng hoạt hay đảo vậy đấy, dám vậy đúng rồi mình má anh nhon không pha cảnh pe cà anh nhon ở hoa thảo chứ hình thằng nào
Flash floods strike Pua, Thailand. Thousands of homes submerged, roads and bridges damaged. Flash floods struck Pua District in Nan Province, northern Thailand, following continuous heavy rainfall from the night through the morning of Wednesday, August 19th, 2026. In a short span of time, water levels from mountainous areas and river flows rose rapidly. Rushing floodwaters then surged into residential areas, roads, agricultural lands, and public facilities. This event was not merely a case of pooling water from ordinary rain. Local authorities reported flooding caused by a torrent of water rushing from upstream areas toward settlements. This situation left residents with very little time to salvage their belongings. Pua District was among the areas hardest hit by the flooding in Nan Province. Reports from Thai PBS indicate that multiple sub-districts within Pua were affected, impacting approximately 8,000 households and over 16,000 people. Several road sections were cut off, hindering vehicle access as well as evacuation efforts and the distribution of aid. The incident followed heavy rains across northern Thailand. With the soil already saturated from high rainfall, water from the mountains flowed rapidly toward lower-lying areas. By 7 a.m. local time on Thursday, August 20th, Nan Province had recorded approximately 254 millimeters of rainfall, one of the highest precipitation levels logged in northern Thailand during that period. The intense rainfall occurring over a relatively short duration was a primary factor driving the rapid surge in water flow. In Pua, floodwaters inundated residential zones. Homes were submerged, and vehicles as well as various personal belongings were affected. Some residents were reportedly trapped inside their homes as the water levels rose quickly. Footage from the scene shows floodwaters inundating roads and residential yards. In some areas, the current carried mud, tree branches, soil, and various objects swept down from upstream. This situation made rescue operations difficult. Rescue workers, security personnel, and volunteers were deployed to assist those in need. One rescue operation involved Border Patrol officers braving strong currents to evacuate a family trapped in a home surrounded by floodwaters. The disaster also impacted transportation networks. Several road sections became impassable due to inundation, structural damage, or mud deposits left by the current. A number of bridges and other infrastructure facilities also sustained damage. One key route affected was Highway 101 in the Pua area. Floodwaters at various points disrupted vehicle traffic, and alternative routes also faced obstacles. For local residents, these conditions brought daily activities to a sudden halt. Schools, businesses, plantations, and community facilities were all affected. Floodwaters entering homes left behind mud and sediment as they receded.
โอ้เรียบร้อยครับรถไปแล้วไปไกลแล้วครับ
The damage was not limited to buildings. Vehicles, household appliances, merchandise, and various personal assets were damaged or swept away. Many homes required extensive cleanup to remove mud, wood, stones, and other debris carried by the floodwaters. In several locations, utility poles toppled, and power grids suffered disruptions, leaving some residents without normal electricity service following the flood. This situation demonstrates that the impact of a flash flood does not end when the waters begin to recede. In fact, once the water clears the settlements, residents face the arduous task of cleaning up their homes and neighborhoods. By August 21st, flood conditions in most parts of Pua had begun to improve. Waters had receded from several areas, and local authorities shifted their focus to cleanup and recovery efforts. However, the post-flood landscape revealed the extent of the damage left behind. Mud-coated yards and home interiors, while piles of wood, debris, soil, and other materials were scattered across various locations. Thai PBS reported that approximately 9 out of 12 torn-off subdistricts in Pua were affected, impacting around 8,000 households and over 16,000 people. 5 roads were also reported to be obstructed or cut off due to the disaster. A number of businesses and lodging establishments also sustained damage. At one lodging complex, floodwaters and debris surged into the area surrounding the buildings. Trees and other objects were swept in and piled up after the waters receded. At the time of the flooding, tourists were present at one of the lodging establishments. They were located on the upper floors,